Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another episode of Back to School Month. My 30 favorite, I should say our 30 favorite albums of our high school years, because we're all playing together on this particular one here. So everybody's got the different last 4 years of of when they went to school. High school we call here in the States. You may call it something else where you live, but basically here in the States, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Ages for me 14 to 18. My years are 1980 to 1984. So again, it's the 30 albums you listen to that you love the most during that 4 year span. These albums don't have to have been released during that span. These are just the ones that you kind of grew up with and you just absolutely love, the ones you played the most during those 4 years. My particular pick for today is another live album. And again, this one did not come out in those years. This came out in 1976. In fact, it was released December 10th, 1976. On Capitol Records. This album commemorated this band's year-long jaunt across the world, and specifically here in America. It is called Wings Over America, triple live album from Paul McCartney and Wings. That's right. I actually got this album probably, I would say either in 77 or 78. But I continued to play this. This was like one of my, I had a lot of go-to live albums, but this was one of them. And I was just such a huge Paul McCartney fan during this time period. Ironically, though, I was more of a Wings fan than a Beatles fan. My father was the Beatles fan in the album, in the house. But he also liked Wings. But I was more attached early on to Wings when I was this age. Wings were one of my favorite bands. And, one of the non-heavy bands of the ones that I listened to at the time. And I just love this live album. I like the studio albums too. But for me, this is like an amazing greatest hits live. And most of the versions of these songs I like best on this live album. Plus, you get some Beatles classics and some covers as well. So so many great songs throughout here. Of course, you got Paul McCartney on vocals and bass and acoustic guitar and piano. You got Linda McCartney on keyboards, backing vocals, Denny Lane on guitars and bass and vocals, Jimmy McCullough on guitars and vocals, Joe English on drums, and you got the horn section, Tony Dorsey, Howie Casey, Steve Howard, and Thaddeus Richard on trombone, saxophone, trumpet, flugelhorn, clarinet, and all that sort of thing. But just, man, great song selection on here. And it starts off amazing, and it doesn't let up. And what I love on here, too, is the fact that Paul lets all of the other members of the band sing and play the songs that they did on the albums themselves. So, it starts off with Venus and Mars, leading into Rock Show, and then Jet. What a great way to start. One of my favorite openers on any live album of all time is that. Then you got Let Me Roll It, Spirits of Ancient Egypt, of course, a great Denny song. Then you got Medicine Jar, which is a great Jimmy song. You got Maybe I'm Amazed, the great Paul solo track here. Perhaps the ultimate version of it. Perhaps, right? Maybe I'm Amazed, such a great song. Then you got Call Me Back Again, Lady Madonna, The Long and Winding Road, Live and Let Die, right? Some more mix of Beatles and tracks and things. Picasso's Last Words, Drink to Me. You got Richard Corey, some cool coverage. You got Bluebird. I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird, I'm a bluebird, yeah. I've Just Seen a Face, Blackbird, Yesterday. All right, then you got with side 4, 5, and 6, you got You Gave Me the Answer. Magneto and Titanium Man, great song from Venus and Mars. I'm a Marvel Comics fan, so I always love that song. Then you got Go Now, the old single that Denny played on sang on the first Moody Blues album. You got My Love, one of Wings' first big hits here in the States. Then you got the great Listen to What the Man Said. Then on side 5, right, of the original vinyl, you got Let Him In, Time to Hide, Silly Love Songs, and Beware My Love. For me, the last couple sides it just keeps coming at you. And then side 6, you got Letting Go, Band on the Run, High, 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 and then Soily, which is a song they played on this tour, not available on any studio album. Soily, probably the heaviest song this band ever did. Really great, loud, rockin' song with some great McCartney vocals and screams. Just an excellent song. Always wanted, just a really interesting closer when you think about it, right? But yeah, so many great songs here. You got all the classics. You have some of the great deep cuts from their albums. Just an amazing, and the performances are spectacular. Vocally, all the quick little banter between the band members and the audience. I mean, I listened to this album so many times throughout my life, and especially during this time period, that like a lot of times when I like maybe if you listen to the radio or you're hearing some of the studio versions of these songs, I oftentimes tend to throw in the little bits that Paul or the other members of the bands would add to the lyrics, or little things they would say after certain verses or in between songs. It's just because these to me are the definitive versions of all these songs. I love it. This is what a live album should be, and one of the greats of all time. So Wings Over America, triple live album, 2 CD. Yeah, it's a gem. It's an absolute classic. And even amidst all the hard rock and metal that I was listening to from 80, 84, I still always made time for this one. And it's, like I said, it's been one of my favorite live albums for my entire life, pretty much, since about 77 or 78 or so. So it's a long time. So anyway, that's my pick for today. Let us know what you think of Wings Over America down in the comments below, but also list your pick for day, what are we at, day 14, right? Yep, day 14, down below. And make sure you click that like button before you leave, very important. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you get alerted of all of these videos as they post. I know a lot of you like to get that notification and jump into the chat. That's where the community has been built. People getting to know each other each and every day in the chat on these live premieres, and there's nothing like it. So if you haven't joined into the chat and talk with your fellow viewers about music and the stuff we're talking about here on the videos, it's a great place to be. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow morning with day 15. Curious to see more of your picks in the comments, so please do that as well. And have a good one, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.